Edward, 42, architect at 6 a.m., his ritual begins while London still slumbers. As the kettle whistles, he sets the table for one, just one, with the same ceremony others reserve for important guests. No rush, no small talk, just the sound of the spoon stirring tea and the first ray of sun through the window. My colleagues say I'm antisocial for skipping after-work pints, he says, turning pages of a book on Gothic architecture. They don't understand these quiet mornings are where I find my best ideas. The client who praised my project yesterday doesn't know it was born in one of these solitary dawns. Clara, 28, librarian. Her perfect Sunday, solitary walk through Regent's Park, while families picnic and couples hold hands. She walks with her headphones, observing the world like a silent film. People have stopped to ask if I'm all right. As if a woman alone automatically means a sad woman, she laughs, sitting on her favorite bench. What they don't realize is I'm having the most fascinating conversation in the world with myself. Every tree inspires me. Every bird makes me dream. Marcus, 35, chef. While his restaurant operates downstairs, he maintains a small flat above where he cooks only for himself. No customers, no critics, just him and the ingredients. Downstairs, I'm a performer. Up here, I'm an artist, he explains, chopping vegetables with surgical precision. My most innovative recipes are born these lonely nights. When I finally serve customers, I'm offering something tested in the most honest company, my own. Behind these seemingly isolated scenes, there's a subtle network of connections each cultivates in their own way. Edward found a group of architects meeting monthly to discuss projects. 3 hours a month that are worth 30 days of solitary work, he reflects. Clara runs an online book club where passionate debates happen at a distance. I might spend the whole week alone, but Friday is our virtual discussion, and I can't wait. Marcus, ironically, created a monthly dinner where he cooks for 6 selected strangers. They're the only nights I socialize voluntarily, and guess what? I met my best friends this way. The unseen signals for these solitude lovers. Internal indicators keep them on the healthy path. Clara's social thermometer. If I notice I'm refusing invitations I genuinely want to accept, that's a red flag. Marcus's internal dialogue. When my inner conversation becomes negative monologue, I know I need a social dose. Edward's creative barometer. If solitude stops generating ideas and starts generating only emptiness, it's time to seek inspiration outside. The Oasis Bookshop was the kind of place that attracted people who preferred books company to people's on a Friday night. On the last Friday of August, 3 solitary destinies collided through the most improbable of chances, a blackout. Edward was in the architecture section, Clara in modern poetry, and Marcus was browsing a book of historical recipes. When the lights went out, the shop owner announced everyone could take 1 complimentary book, but they had to form a single queue at the exit. In the semi-darkness, with only street light filtering through the windows, the 3 found themselves side by side in the queue. Edward, always practical, turned on his phone's torch. Clara, observant, noticed they all carried books revealing kindred spirits. Marcus, the silent communicator, broke the ice. Seems the universe forced us to talk, he said, holding cooking for one. Edward laughed, showing the architecture of silence. I've been coming here for years, precisely to avoid conversations. Clara completed the triangle with the poetry of everyday solitude, and I thought I was the only one who considered this my Friday night outing. What began as a 5-minute conversation in the queue transformed into 3 hours at the cafe next door, which miraculously had a generator. They discovered that they all lived in the same neighborhood, but in parallel universes each had developed sophisticated solitude rituals. They shared the same dilemma. How to explain to others that their solitude was choice, not sadness. It's like finding members of a secret tribe you didn't know existed, Clara marveled. For the first time in years, genuinely interested in prolonging a conversation, as they said goodbye, almost as a joke, Marcus suggested. What if we do this on purpose next month? No blackout as an excuse? The idea, which could have died like many good intentions, inexplicably flourished. Perhaps because each recognized in the other something rare. People who understood that solitude wasn't synonymous with loneliness. The first intentional meeting 1 month later at the same cafe, they reunited this time by choice. They brought their solitary treasures. Edward. Photos of his latest project, born during a sleepless night, Clara. A poem she'd written about the beauty of passing metro strangers. Marcus. A new recipe for one person that defied the laws of portion physics. What began as a casual encounter transformed into a monthly ritual. No rigid rules, no obligation, just the tacit understanding that on the first Saturday of each month, 3 Solitude lovers would meet to celebrate... Well, to celebrate nothing in particular and everything at once. 6 months later at the same cafe, the owner already reserved their quietest table for the 3 solitary ones. And while outside, the world rushed and agitated inside that bubble of tranquility. 3 people once united by a blackout discovered the greatest irony, that sometimes we need to find others who love solitude to discover that certain types of company aren't a violation of our solitude, but its natural complement. And that chance, when it introduces us to the right people, can teach us there's a fundamental difference between being alone and feeling alone, and that the first condition can, paradoxically, prepare us for the most meaningful connections. May we honor both our need for community and our right to solitude. Both are expressions of the same search, for meaning, for authenticity, for a life worth living with others and with oneself. Thank you for reading this far. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel.